We are about to discuss remote frame. This is another special frame. Till now, we had seen data frame. I told you before, data frame is a perfect frame. It used to have all necessary fields. Also, it used to carry a data payload, like it used to carry a data, maximum 8 bytes of data in his packet. Remote frame is not like that. Actually, the remote frame is the one that will be like a query. For example, you have some 4 to 5 nodes in a bus. Among them, one node want to ask other node to send the particular message. If it want to ask a message from another node, it used to send. The node which want a message, that used to send this remote frame. It is like from receiver to transmitter. Usually, transmitter only used to transmit something to the receiver. It is not like that. Whoever want, right, they will come forward and will ask for a message. But only thing that they have to know is ID, which message ID they want. I already told, like every CAN packet in the CAN bus used to have a unique identifier. If something goes wrong, if the packet is corrupted, the receiver node, otherwise that a node in a network used to send a remote frame to the transmitter by asking to send the packet again. It used to encode that identifier of the message in the packet itself. With respect to frame structure wise, there is no difference between remote frame and data frame, except remote frame will not have data. Why? Because it is just a query. They are asking which message that they want from the transmitter via remote frame. If that is the case, only thing that they have to know is identifier. When you look frame structure of remote frame, it is like this. It used to have a startup frame. It is usually an active low signal. After that, arbitration field, the identifier, then DLC and other stuff, CRC field. See, there is no data field. Then immediately it goes to acknowledgement field and end of frame. Primarily in this frame, ID is the very important data. Remaining things are handshaking. To make a frame to be successfully acknowledged and transmitted, those handshaking signals are required. Other than that, this packet, the primary goal, primary aim of a remote frame is reporting the identifier of the packet. That is what its purpose. We discussed before, there is a bit called an RTR bit that will be set to 1 for remote frame. When you have a data frame as well as remote frame with the same identifier, because see, the identifier we already discussed, like in a CAN bus, we cannot have duplicate CAN IDs. Correct or not? We cannot have duplicate CAN IDs. When a transmitter is transmitting a packet with the ID 120, it is corrupted. Because of that, a receiver is asking the transmitter to send that particular message. I think I told 120. That 120 is asking 120 again. So now we have 2 packets with the same identifier. I told you before, it is not possible to have 2 packets with the same identifier in a CAN bus, but it happens now. But actually they are not equal, the same packets, they are different type of packet. One packet is a data packet, another one is a remote packet. When we have remote frame as well as a data frame for a particular message, the data frame will win the bus. The reason is RTR has 1. The remote frame has RKR bit as 1. When you have RKR bit as 1, the data frame has the same bit with 0. So always 0 will dominate the bus. Dominate the bus. Because of that, the data frame will win. Is it clear? The structure of remote frame is clear. Do you have any doubt in remote frame?
Actually, I have a doubt.
Please.
You said we can't have the duplication, right? So is it in a trace window or in packets, scan packets?
Actually, whatever
Yes.
that we are seeing in trace window, right? They are actually existing in the bus. So we are seeing in the form of pictorially, like we are seeing it in byte level, we are seeing it in trace. But when you go and see the bus, there will be a voltage fluctuation. That much of messages will go one after another. So if that is the case, what we are trying to say is the duplication of, for example, if there is a data frame with ID 120, we cannot have another data frame with 120 in the bus. That is not at all possible. But one thing is possible. If 120 is corrupted in the bus, the other node in the receiving node will ask the transmitter to retransmit the same 120. Now, in that case, we can have messages with same identifier in the bus, but they are of different type. One is the data frame, another one is the remote frame. Did I answer your question or still it is not clear?
Yes.